Imagine for a moment the profound impact a single thought can have, the power it wields when it's the last thing you hold in your mind before drifting into sleep. That quiet moment between wakefulness and rest is far more than a simple pause in your day. It's a critical crossroads where your subconscious begins its work. It's here that the seeds of tomorrow are planted deep in the fertile soil of your mind, shaping the course of your life in ways you may never fully realize. Each night as you close your eyes, your mind accepts whatever you give it without question and begins to work silently, tirelessly in your behalf. The question is, what are you feeding it? What dominant thought will you entrust to your sleeping mind? This is no trivial matter. It is the key to transforming your life quietly, steadily, and with power. Now, before we journey further into this truth, I invite you to do something very simple. If you find these words striking a chord in your heart, take a moment to like this video and subscribe for more messages designed to strengthen your mind and your spirit. This small act is a daily reminder to yourself, a commitment to feed your mind with wisdom, hope, and purpose, rather than distraction and fear. Because just as you nurture your body with food, you must nurture your mind with the right thoughts, especially in these quiet moments before sleep. It is these moments when your conscious guard is lowered that the mind's power is most potent. You have the choice to direct it toward your dreams, your goals, your highest potential, or to let it wander into doubt and worry, planting seeds that will later grow into anxiety and missed opportunities. Consider the mind as a fertile field, ready to produce whatever crop you plant. What you sow tonight will grow in your tomorrow. If you seed your mind with thoughts of success, gratitude, courage, and clarity, these qualities will flourish as surely as spring follows winter. But if you plant fears, regrets, or complaints, your future will reflect those shadows. This law is unbreakable and absolute, a foundation beneath all human achievement and failure alike. Understanding this can save you countless hours of struggle, lifting you above the ordinary drift of those who surrender their mind's power to circumstance. Winners harness this law deliberately, choosing every night what their mind will contemplate as it slips into rest. And I want you to join that company starting tonight. As you lie down this evening, I want you to think about what it would mean to let go of every worry, every nagging fear, and instead replace those with a single powerful positive thought, your personal vision of success and peace. This is not a wishful fantasy, but a firm declaration to your mind. Tonight, I will focus on strength, on clarity, on my ability to succeed. This deliberate act calms the mind, releases tension, and sends a message to your subconscious that your direction is fixed and your goals are worthy. Over time, this simple nightly discipline becomes a habit, a ritual of empowerment that aligns your waking actions with your deepest desires. Imagine the possibilities if you consistently end each day with this intentional thought. Your dreams will no longer be random flickers in the night, but vivid blueprints guiding you forward. It's important to realize that the mind never truly sleeps. Even as the body rests, the subconscious continues its work, absorbing impressions, processing experiences, and setting the stage for tomorrow's actions. This is why the thought before sleep is so crucial. It imprints on the subconscious, which then begins to work quietly to make that thought your reality. This is not magic, it's the natural functioning of the mind. If you feed your mind negativity, doubt, or fear before sleep, your subconscious will dwell on those and influence your feelings, choices, and energy upon waking. Conversely, by choosing to end your day focused on confidence, gratitude, and your goals, you prime your mind for success. This principle has been known by sages, philosophers, and great leaders throughout history, yet few apply it with consistent awareness. Now, consider the power of repetition. The thought before sleep is not a single shot in the dark. It is the first note in a symphony that you compose daily, night after night. Each night you revisit and reinforce the same positive, empowering thought. The deeper it becomes etched in your mind, your subconscious, like a loyal servant, learns to prioritize that thought above others. You begin to notice changes in your attitude, your decision-making, and even your health. This is why daily affirmation, visualization, and gratitude practices are so effective. They harness the mind's natural tendency to focus on what it is repeatedly fed. If you find it difficult to maintain this practice, remember that even the most disciplined athletes and artists build their skills through repetition and daily dedication. Your mind, your attitude, and your life deserve no less. Let's take a moment to acknowledge the natural laws that govern this process. Laws as sure and unwavering as the rising and setting of the sun. You reap what you sow. Your mental seeds determine your harvest. This is the universal truth that applies equally to wealth, health, relationships, and peace of mind. It is why I want you to write this in the comments now as your personal pledge: I am one with wealth and wisdom, free of fear and doubts. By declaring it, you give power to the law and to yourself. This simple act marks the beginning of a new relationship with your mind and your life. It signals to your subconscious that you are ready to accept success, to embody peace, and to take responsibility for your thoughts and actions. Finally, I want you to understand that this is only the beginning of a journey. The thought before sleep is a gateway, a quiet moment of power that sets the tone for all your tomorrows. But this practice must be supported by waking actions, deliberate focus, clear goals, courage to face challenges, and the discipline to persevere. Over the coming days, weeks, and months, you will learn how to cultivate these habits, how to build on the foundation laid by this simple nightly practice, and how to live in alignment with the highest vision you hold for yourself. For now, I leave you with this invitation. Choose tonight, and every night, the thought that will change everything. The thought of your worth, your power, and your destiny. Another profound truth you will discover is the power of forgiveness, not just toward others, but especially toward yourself. Winners do not carry the heavy burden of past mistakes or regrets as chains around their minds. They understand that holding on to blame, guilt, or resentment only poisons their own mental soil. Instead, they practice releasing these toxic emotions, clearing the ground for new growth. Forgiveness is an act of strength, not weakness. It frees the mind and heart, enabling you to focus fully on your present and future. It is impossible to think like a winner while weighed down by anger or sorrow. If there is one gift you give yourself each day, let it be this: the freedom to forgive, to release, and to move forward unburdened. Each morning, as dawn breaks and you open your eyes, you hold within your grasp the power to shape your entire day. The thought that lingers in your mind upon waking acts as a seed, planting the direction and tone for the hours that follow. Just as the night's final thought guides your subconscious, the first thought of your day prepares your conscious mind for action. This is why winners make a habit of greeting the day with intention, choosing a mental state of calm confidence, purpose, and gratitude before they even rise. They understand that the mind does not function well in chaos or panic. Instead, it flourishes in clarity and peace. So, before you leap into your daily tasks, take a moment, just a few deep breaths, to center yourself, to affirm your commitment to your goals, and to remind yourself of your inherent strength and resilience. This simple ritual can transform not only your day, but over time, the trajectory of your entire life. As you cultivate this habit, you will begin to notice a remarkable shift in how you approach challenges. Life will still present obstacles. No one is immune from hardship, but your response will change profoundly. Instead of reacting with fear or frustration, you will learn to pause, assess, and act from a place of calm power. This is not denial of reality or false optimism. It is the practiced mastery of your emotional state so that you can think clearly and make wise decisions. When fear or anger arise, you will recognize them as signals, not to be acted upon impulsively, but to be examined and understood. You will learn to ask yourself, is this thought serving my highest purpose? Is it guiding me closer to my goal or pulling me away? Over time, this conscious awareness becomes second nature, like a finely tuned instrument responding to the touch of a master musician. Daily journaling or reflection can also be a powerful tool to anchor your winning mindset. Taking just a few moments each day to write down your thoughts, your progress, and your gratitude helps clarify your direction and solidify your intentions. It brings unconscious patterns into the light where you can examine and adjust them. Many successful people credit journaling with transforming their lives because it forces accountability and fosters self-awareness. It is a dialogue with yourself, a way to listen to your own mind with honesty and compassion. If you have never tried this practice, begin tonight. Write a few lines about what you want, what you are grateful for, and what you will do tomorrow to move closer to your goals. Make this a sacred ritual, a conversation that fuels your growth. Let us also consider the company you keep. Your environment, the people you interact with regularly, the media you consume, the conversations you join, has a powerful influence on your thinking. Winners are deliberate about their environment. They seek out those who support their goals and challenge them to grow. They avoid the gossip, the cynicism, and the negativity that drain energy and cloud judgment. If you want to think like a winner every day, you must become vigilant about what you expose your mind to. Protect your mental field as carefully as a gardener protects a prized crop. Curate your influences so that they feed your vision rather than derail it. This is not arrogance, but wisdom. You cannot rise beyond the level of your environment, so choose it wisely. At the heart of thinking like a winner every day is a deep and abiding faith. Faith not necessarily in religion, but in yourself and in the principles that govern life. This faith is not blind. It is grounded in experience and understanding. It is the conviction that your thoughts have power, that your efforts are not in vain, and that the universe responds to your actions in ways that may not be immediate, but are inevitable. Faith strengthens you in moments of doubt and fuels your persistence when progress seems slow. It allows you to hold your vision steady, even when the winds of adversity threaten to sway you. To cultivate this faith, surround yourself with ideas and people who inspire and uplift you. Read the words of those who have walked the path before you and succeeded. Listen to teachings that nourish your spirit and challenge your mind. Build a sanctuary of hope and confidence within yourself. Remember, the process of thinking like a winner every day is not about perfection, it is about persistence. You will stumble. Your mind will wander. Negative thoughts will surface despite your best efforts. That is normal. What matters is that you choose to return to your practice every time you falter. Winners understand this principle deeply. They are not discouraged by temporary setbacks or mental lapses. Instead, they greet these moments with kindness and renewed resolve. They know that mastery is built one choice at a time, day by day. If you commit to this journey, you will find your thoughts becoming steadier, your actions becoming more deliberate, and your life becoming more aligned with your highest aspirations. Finally, I want you to remember that thinking like a winner every day is not a solitary act, it is a shared path. Reach out to others who share your commitment to growth and excellence, share your successes and challenges, teach what you learn. The energy of community multiplies your power and deepens your motivation. Together, you will build a circle of strength that lifts each member higher than they could rise alone. So take the next step. Comment below with your commitment, share this message with someone who needs it, and resolve to make each day a deliberate, intentional act of winning thought. You are not alone on this path, and with steady faith and discipline, you will change your life one thought at a time. To truly harness the transformative power of that one thought before sleep, you must first understand the immense role your subconscious mind plays in shaping your reality. Unlike the conscious mind, which engages in reasoning and analysis, your subconscious is the quiet powerhouse that accepts what you impress upon it without question and tirelessly works to manifest those impressions into your life. It doesn't differentiate between positive or negative, true or false. It simply responds to repetition and intensity. This is why the final thought you hold before surrendering to sleep is so critical. It acts like a blueprint sent deep into the very fabric of your being, directing the subconscious to act on your behalf. If that thought is rooted in fear, doubt, or confusion, your subconscious will construct realities filled with anxiety, hesitation, and missed opportunities. But if you consciously choose a thought grounded in strength, hope, and clear purpose, your subconscious becomes your most loyal ally, guiding your thoughts, decisions, and actions even before you awaken. The practice of consciously selecting this thought is not some abstract or mystical ritual. It is grounded firmly in natural law. Think of it like planting a seed in a garden. The seed does not have the ability to choose its outcome. It depends entirely on the soil, water, and care it receives. Your mind operates on the same principle. You decide what seed to plant each night, and your subconscious will nurture it into growth. This law, as constant and predictable as the rising sun, ensures that your life's harvest will always reflect the seeds you sow nightly. This understanding gives you a remarkable level of control over your destiny. You need not be a victim of circumstances, but rather a master gardener of your mind, cultivating thoughts that will bear the fruits you desire. To accept this responsibility is to claim your power, and with power comes freedom. The freedom to shape your life by the choices you make before sleep. Every great leader, artist, athlete, and entrepreneur understands this principle intuitively, even if they have never heard it stated so clearly. They have their own rituals, moments of quiet reflection, visualization, or prayer that prepare their minds for success during the night. This is not coincidence, but design. The most successful people in the world spend time each evening envisioning their goals as if they have already been achieved. They feel the emotions of victory, see the details of their desired outcome, and affirm their commitment to it. This nightly rehearsal aligns their subconscious with their conscious aspirations, creating a powerful harmony that fuels perseverance and focus in the waking hours. If you wish to think like a winner every day, you must adopt this practice, making it a sacred moment of intentional creation that you return to each night without fail. It is also essential to cultivate an attitude of gratitude before sleep. Gratitude shifts your mental focus from scarcity to abundance, from lack to plenty. It opens the heart and mind to possibilities that are often overlooked when we are consumed by worry or dissatisfaction. By reflecting on what you are thankful for, no matter how small, you create a fertile ground for peace and joy to grow. This simple act rewires your brain to seek positive experiences and recognize blessings. Over time, gratitude becomes a lens through which you view your entire life, transforming even challenges into opportunities for growth. As you prepare for rest each night, take a moment to recall 3 things you are grateful for. Let this gratitude settle in your mind as your final thought, and watch how your perspective and energy begin to change. Another key element in this practice is learning to release the burdens of the day. Many people carry unresolved worries, regrets, and resentments into sleep, and these negative emotions weigh heavily on the mind, disrupting rest and sapping energy. Winners understand that forgiveness, especially self-forgiveness, is a vital part of mental hygiene. Forgiving yourself and others frees the mind from the chains of bitterness and opens space for new positive thoughts to take root. It is not always easy, but it is necessary. You cannot build a winning mindset while holding on to old grievances. Each night, make the conscious decision to let go of past mistakes and disappointments. Imagine releasing a heavy load from your shoulders and feel the relief and lightness that follow. This practice clears the mental field for the empowering thought you choose to plant before sleep. It is important to be patient with yourself as you develop this habit. Changing the habitual pattern of your thoughts is not instantaneous. The mind, like a muscle, requires consistent training to strengthen new neural pathways. At first, you may find it difficult to hold your chosen thoughts steadily, or intrusive doubts may arise. This is natural. The key is persistence. Each time you return to your chosen thought, you reinforce its power and weaken the hold of negativity. This daily exercise builds mental discipline, the foundation of all success. Remember, no great achievement ever happened without discipline and repetition. By committing to this nightly practice, you are building a reservoir of inner strength and focus that will carry you through the inevitable challenges of life. As your commitment deepens, you will begin to notice subtle but powerful changes. Your dreams will become clearer, your confidence will grow, and your ability to take decisive action will increase. You will begin to attract circumstances and people aligned with your vision. These are not coincidences, but natural outcomes of aligning your subconscious with your conscious goals. You may also find that your sleep improves, becoming deeper and more restorative, as your mind is no longer restless with worry or fear. This is the profound gift of a disciplined mind, the ability to rest fully, knowing that your inner world is in order. And as your mind works silently each night toward your goals, your days will become infused with purpose, clarity, and calm power. In closing this part of our journey, I want you to know that this one thought before sleep can truly change everything, if you give it the respect and attention it deserves. It is a small but mighty moment where you set the tone for your entire future. As you prepare to rest tonight, choose a thought that uplifts, strengthens, and directs you. Declare it in your heart and mind with conviction. And to affirm your commitment to this practice, I invite you to write in the comments, "I am the master of my mind. I choose peace, purpose, and success." This simple statement aligns you with the laws of nature and sets you firmly on the path of winning thought. Your mind is ready to serve you. Now take the lead and guide it wisely. Each night, as you prepare to close your eyes and surrender to sleep, you stand at the gateway of transformation. This moment, brief though it may be, holds a remarkable power to influence your future, more so than any other time of day. It is during this liminal space, the threshold between consciousness and the vast depths of your subconscious, that your mind is most receptive to the impressions you leave upon it. Imagine your subconscious as a silent architect, carefully designing the blueprint of your life as you rest. The final thought you hold before sleep is the instruction you give to this architect. If it is filled with doubt, worry, or fear, you lay a foundation of weakness and anxiety. But if you choose instead to plant a thought of courage, clarity, and purpose, you construct a framework for success and peace. This is why the one thought you allow before sleep can indeed change everything. Now, as you recognize the importance of this moment, I want to encourage you to make it part of your daily practice. If this message resonates with you, if you understand that your mind is your greatest ally or your most formidable opponent, then I invite you to like this video and subscribe to the channel. By doing so, you commit to nurturing your mind with the wisdom and discipline it requires. This small step signals your intention to cultivate a winning mindset consistently. Remember, the journey to mastery is not taken in leaps but in steady, purposeful strides. Each night you practice this habit, you reinforce the neural pathways of success and resilience. This is not just information, it is transformation waiting to happen. To grasp the full power of this practice, we must first understand the profound laws that govern our mental life. One of the most fundamental is the law of cause and effect. Every thought is a seed that produces a corresponding effect in your life. Just as a farmer who plants corn will harvest corn and never weeds, so your mind will produce the outcomes you nurture within it. This is an immutable law, indifferent to wishful thinking or complaint. Your thoughts determine your feelings, your actions, and ultimately your results. If you believe this law, I want you to declare it now in the comments. I plant seeds of success and harvest abundance. By doing so, you bring this principle into your conscious awareness, aligning your mind with its truth. It is important to realize that your subconscious mind, unlike your conscious mind, does not question or analyze. It accepts and acts upon whatever you impress upon it. When you dwell on worries or fears before sleep, these are the instructions it follows throughout the night, influencing your emotions, your energy, and even your health. Conversely, when you choose to focus on positive, constructive thoughts, your goals, your strength, your gratitude, your subconscious mind begins to work tirelessly to align your waking actions with those thoughts. This process is subtle but powerful. It may not produce immediate miracles, but over time it creates a momentum that propels you steadily toward your highest aspirations. Consider now the practice of visualization as part of your nightly routine. Winners across every field use this technique to sharpen their focus and program their minds for success. Before sleep, see yourself already living your desired reality. Picture the details with clarity, the sounds, the sights, the emotions you will feel. Imagine yourself acting with confidence, overcoming obstacles, and achieving your goals. This is not idle daydreaming, it is a deliberate, focused exercise in mental rehearsal. By vividly imagining success, you train your mind to recognize opportunities and solutions in your waking life that you might otherwise overlook. This habit rewires your brain, creating new neural pathways that make success not just possible. Another essential element to embrace is gratitude. Ending your day by reflecting on what you are thankful for sets a tone of abundance and contentment. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to plenty, from what is missing to what is present. This shift has a profound effect on your mindset, improving your mood, enhancing your resilience, and attracting more positive experiences. Gratitude is a magnet for joy and a foundation for peace. As you cultivate this habit nightly, you create fertile ground for your dreams to grow. You begin to see your life not as a series of problems, but as a series of blessings, lessons, and opportunities. Remember, building this habit is not about perfection, but about persistence. You will have nights when your mind wanders, when worries intrude, or when fatigue dulls your focus. That is natural. The key is to gently, firmly return your attention to your chosen thought. Think of it as a garden. You will need to pull weeds regularly, but the seeds you plant will grow stronger with each passing day. Over time, this practice becomes second nature. Your mind becomes trained to gravitate toward your empowering thoughts effortlessly. You develop an inner sanctuary of calm and clarity, a refuge you can return to at will. This is the essence of a winning mindset, a mind that serves you even when you are at rest. Finally, understand that this one thought before sleep is the gateway to everything you desire. It is the quiet moment that sets the tone for your tomorrow, for your next day, and for the many days to come. It shapes your emotions, your motivation, and your actions. If you embrace it, you harness a power that has transformed lives throughout history. So tonight, choose your final thought with care. Let it be one of strength, vision, faith, and unwavering purpose. And as you do, declare this affirmation in your heart. I am the master of my thoughts. I choose success, peace, and purpose. Write it in the comments as your commitment to yourself and your future. This simple act marks the beginning of a new journey, a journey of profound change, steady growth, and unshakable confidence. Each new day presents an opportunity to renew your commitment to the thoughts you choose to entertain. As you wake and prepare to face the world, you are, in essence, planting the seeds for the harvest you wish to reap. This moment of morning reflection, like the one before sleep, holds transformative power. The thoughts you focus on as you arise will set the tone for your actions, your attitude, and your interactions. Winners understand that success is not a matter of luck, but of deliberate mental preparation. They greet the day with intention, reviewing their goals and aligning their thoughts with the vision they hold for their life. They are conscious architects, not passive passengers. If you would think like a winner every day, you must cultivate this morning ritual of clarity, focus, and gratitude. Begin by asking yourself, what thought will I carry with me today that will empower me to succeed? In this quiet moment, I want to encourage you to take a simple but powerful action. If the insights shared here inspire you, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. This gesture is more than a click. It is a declaration of your dedication to the discipline of winning thought. It reminds you to return, to engage, to reinforce your commitment to the daily practice of mental mastery. You are not alone on this path, and by connecting with others who seek the same growth, you create a community of strength and encouragement. Together, you build a circle of power that lifts each member higher. So let this small act be your first step today toward the larger journey of thinking like a winner every day. Understanding the role of your thoughts in shaping your reality is vital. Your mind is like a vast radio receiver, constantly tuning into the frequencies of your beliefs and expectations. When you focus on positive, constructive thoughts, you tune into channels of opportunity, solution, and growth. When you dwell on fear, limitation, or resentment, you are tuning into static, confusion, and setbacks. This tuning process is continuous and unconscious, but you can bring it into your awareness by deliberately choosing what to think about, especially first thing in the morning and last thing before sleep. You control the frequency your mind operates on. Winners know this and guard their mental dial vigilantly. They avoid toxic influences that distort their signal and seek out ideas and people that enhance clarity and confidence. It's also crucial to understand that success is rarely instantaneous. The mind requires time to absorb new ideas, form new habits, and realign its operating patterns. Think of it as programming a complex computer. You cannot rush the process. You must input data consistently and patiently until the system adapts. This is why the practice of reviewing your goals and your empowering thoughts every day is so important. Repetition deepens learning and cements new neural pathways. It is through this steady mental work that winners develop resilience, focus, and the ability to seize opportunities as they arise. They build momentum that carries them through challenges and setbacks. And the more consistent the practice, the stronger the momentum becomes. Another essential practice is surrounding yourself with supportive influences. Your environment, the people you spend time with, the books you read, the media you consume, has a profound impact on your thoughts and beliefs. Winners are selective about their environment. They seek out mentors, friends, and colleagues who inspire and challenge them. They consume information that educates and empowers rather than distracts or depresses. By cultivating a rich mental environment, you reinforce your commitment to positive thought. You surround yourself with reminders of what is possible and examples of what has been achieved. This creates a fertile ground for your own success and growth. As you continue this journey of thinking like a winner every day, remember that setbacks and failures are part of the process. They are not signs of defeat, but opportunities for learning and growth. The person with a winning mindset embraces these challenges with curiosity and courage. They ask, what can I learn? How can I improve? What is the next step forward? This attitude transforms obstacles into stepping stones and trials into triumphs. It builds an unshakable foundation of confidence and perseverance. You will find that your ability to adapt and overcome grows in direct proportion to your commitment to positive, intentional thought. Finally, recognize that your thoughts are the precursors to your actions. To think like a winner, you must also act like one. Thought without action is like a seed left unplanted. To manifest your dreams, you must take consistent, purposeful steps every day. These actions, small or large, reinforce your mental commitments and build tangible progress. Winners understand that success is a process, not an event. It is the accumulation of many deliberate choices and actions, guided by a clear vision and an unwavering attitude. As you think like a winner each day, commit also to acting in alignment with your highest goals. Tonight, as you prepare for rest, let your final thought be one of gratitude and affirmation. Reflect on the progress you have made, the lessons you have learned, and the strength you have cultivated. Affirm your commitment to continue the practice tomorrow and every day thereafter. And as a powerful reminder of your choice and your power, I invite you now to write this in the comments. I am committed to thinking like a winner every day. I embrace action and growth. Let this declaration be your beacon, in moments of doubt, and a source of encouragement as you build the life you desire. The power is within you. The choice is yours. Each evening, as the world grows quiet and your body prepares to rest, you stand at a sacred threshold, a moment pregnant with possibility. It is here, in the stillness before sleep, that you can plant the most powerful thought of your day. This thought, held with intention and clarity, becomes the architect of your subconscious programming. The mind, unfettered by the distractions of the waking hours, accepts this message as truth and begins to weave it into the fabric of your life. The difference between a life lived in reaction to circumstance and one lived in deliberate creation lies in this moment. Winners understand this truth and guard it fiercely, making their final thought a deliberate act of mental cultivation, a gift of direction and strength of themselves. It is not a small thing, it is the cornerstone of success, peace, and fulfillment. Before we dive deeper, I encourage you to take a small but powerful step to affirm your commitment to this journey. If these words resonate with your heart, please like this video and subscribe for more teachings that will empower you to take control of your mind and your destiny. This simple action is a daily reminder to nurture your inner world with discipline and wisdom. When you surround yourself with ideas of growth and mastery, you create an environment conducive to transformation. This community of seekers and doers becomes a wellspring of strength that supports your daily practice of winning thought. Let this be your first conscious act today, a signal that you are ready to move forward with purpose and resolve. One of the most profound lessons you will learn is that your mind is neither friend nor foe, but a servant, faithful and tireless, waiting only for your direction. The thoughts you give it are the orders it follows. If you fill it with worry, limitation, and fear, it will work tirelessly to manifest those outcomes. But if you fill it with faith, purpose, and clarity, it will move mountains on your behalf. This is a law as fixed and real as the orbit of the stars. It cannot be broken, only ignored to your detriment. By choosing your final thought with intention, you harness this law to create a powerful momentum toward your goals. Remember, I am one with purpose and peace is more than words. It is a decree to your subconscious and a promise to yourself. Now imagine your mind as a vast ocean. Throughout the day, waves of thought come and go, some gentle, some stormy. But as night falls, the ocean calms and the deep currents beneath begin their work. This is the realm of the subconscious, where your deepest beliefs and habits are formed. The final thought you hold before sleep guides these currents, determining the direction and strength of the waves that will shape your tomorrow. By consciously planting thoughts of confidence, gratitude, and determination, you send a message deep into this ocean, aligning your inner world with your highest aspirations. This alignment is the secret to effortless progress and true peace of mind. Developing the habit of a purposeful final thought requires practice and patience. At first, your mind may resist, wandering into old worries and fears. This is natural. The mind is accustomed to familiar patterns, even if they no longer serve you. The key is persistence. Each night you return to your chosen thought, you weaken the grip of negativity and strengthen the pathways of empowerment. Over time, this practice becomes automatic, a part of your daily ritual that no longer requires effort, but flows naturally. This is the work of mastery, the cultivation of a mind that serves you faithfully and fuels your journey toward excellence. Another essential practice to support this transformation is gratitude. Ending your day by reflecting on the blessings, however small, shifts your focus from lack to abundance. Gratitude opens the heart and clears the mind, creating fertile soil for positive thoughts to grow. This simple practice rewires your brain to seek joy and recognize opportunity, even in difficult circumstances. By pairing gratitude with your final thought, you cultivate a mindset that is resilient, hopeful, and proactive. It is a foundation of lasting success and well-being. Remember also the power of forgiveness. Holding on to anger, resentment, or regret clouds your mind and burdens your spirit. Winners release these weights, understanding that forgiveness is not a concession but a liberation. It clears the mental field, allowing you to focus fully on your goals and your growth. Each night, take a moment to forgive yourself and others. Imagine setting down a heavy load and feeling the relief wash over you. This act of grace frees your mind to hold thoughts that empower rather than imprison. Finally, recognize that this one thought before sleep is a gateway, a moment of profound power that can change everything. It sets the tone for your subconscious programming and influences your waking state. By choosing this thought with care and intention, you align yourself with the natural laws of success, peace, and growth. I invite you now to declare your commitment in the comments. I choose purpose, peace, and progress. Let this declaration be your beacon as you navigate the journey ahead. Your mind is ready to serve you. Take the helm and steer it wisely. Every day is a new page in the story you are writing, and the thoughts you hold at the close of each day are the ink that will script your tomorrow. The power of the mind is like a river, quiet, deep, and unstoppable when properly channeled. If you allow your mind to flow into fear, doubt, or negativity, it will carve valleys of frustration and obstacles in your path. But if you direct it toward hope, courage, and clarity, it will carve canyons of opportunity and success. Winners know this and guard their thoughts vigilantly, understanding that the habit of ending the day with a deliberate, empowering thought is the foundation of all achievement. This practice is not mere superstition or fleeting motivation. It is a practical law of nature, as dependable as the laws that govern the stars. To cultivate this habit, you must first commit to mindfulness. This means becoming aware of the quality of your thoughts throughout the day and especially before sleep. It means noticing when your mind drifts toward worry or complaint and gently steering it back toward your chosen vision of success. Mindfulness is a muscle that grows stronger with use. At first, you may struggle to maintain control, but with consistent practice, your mind will become like a well-trained athlete, focused, resilient, and responsive. Winners understand that controlling the mind is not a once-and-done event, but a daily discipline, a lifelong practice that requires patience, persistence, and compassion for yourself. It is also vital to reinforce this mental work with physical and emotional care. Your body and mind are deeply interconnected. A restless, unhealthy body can sabotage your ability to maintain a winning mindset. Therefore, cultivating habits that support your well-being, such as proper nutrition, regular exercise, restful sleep, and stress management, enhances your mental clarity and emotional balance. Winners do not neglect these foundations. They recognize that a healthy mind requires a healthy vessel and invest in their physical and emotional health accordingly. As you work to master your thoughts before sleep, also take care of your body as the sacred home it is, so that your mind may perform at its highest capacity. Another profound tool at your disposal is the power of affirmation. Affirmations are positive statements you repeat with conviction to impress your subconscious mind with the reality you desire. When used consistently, affirmations reprogram limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering truths. For example, you might say before sleep, "I am worthy of success and happiness," or "I am confident, capable, and calm." These simple yet potent phrases gradually reshape your internal narrative, transforming doubt into confidence and fear into courage. Winners harness affirmations as part of their nightly ritual, knowing that the subconscious mind accepts these repeated messages as fact and begins to act accordingly. It is equally important to foster patience and trust in the process. Transformation does not happen overnight. The mind and subconscious are complex, and the habits and beliefs that shape your life have been formed over many years. Changing them requires time and consistency. Winners understand this and maintain faith in the journey, even when progress seems slow or invisible. They trust that the work they do in quiet moments before sleep is planting seeds that will bloom in their lives at the right time. This trust reduces anxiety and impatience, allowing them to persist without burnout or discouragement. As you develop your winning mindset, cultivate patience and a deep sense of trust in the natural unfolding of your efforts. Now consider the immense value of surrounding yourself with support and inspiration. Your environment profoundly influences your thoughts and beliefs. Winners are deliberate about their surroundings, choosing friends, mentors, books, and media that uplift and challenge them. They avoid negativity and distractions that drain mental energy and cloud clarity. As you commit to thinking like a winner before sleep, curate your environment to reflect and reinforce your highest aspirations. Seek out wisdom, encouragement, and accountability from those who share your commitment to growth. In doing so, you create a network of strength that supports your mental discipline and propels you toward your goals. Finally, remember that the habit of thoughtful reflection before sleep is not a solitary pursuit, but part of a greater tradition of human wisdom. Across cultures and centuries, sages and teachers have recognized the sacred power of the mind at rest. You are joining a lineage of seekers who understand that the last thought before sleep is a prayer, a declaration, a command to the vast creative forces within you. This knowledge is your inheritance and your responsibility. Embrace it fully and practice it daily. Let your mind be the masterful architect of your destiny, and as you prepare to rest tonight, set your final thought with intention, clarity, and faith. knowing that you hold the power to change everything. Tonight, as you prepare to close your eyes and surrender to the gentle embrace of sleep, remember that the last thought you hold is more powerful than any spoken word or written plan. It is the seed from which tomorrow's reality will grow. This thought is your silent prayer, your unwavering declaration, the quiet promise you make to yourself that you will rise stronger, wiser, and more determined than the day before. Each night, the mind takes this final impression and weaves it into the very fabric of your being, influencing your emotions, your energy, and your actions in the hours to come. Winners understand this sacred moment and treat it with the reverence it deserves, making it a consistent ritual of empowerment. By choosing your thought deliberately, you set in motion a chain of events that can change the course of your life in ways that will astound you. Before we conclude this part of our journey together, I invite you once more to take a meaningful action that affirms your commitment. If these words have stirred your spirit, if you believe in the transformative power of your mind and the wisdom shared here, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this message with those you care about. This is more than a simple gesture. It is a public declaration of your dedication to mastering your thoughts and living intentionally. Your support enables us to continue delivering teachings that empower you and countless others on this path. Together, we create a community of strength, growth, and hope. Remember, every action you take toward your growth reverberates beyond yourself. As you make your final thought tonight, anchor it in the law that governs all growth and success. As you sow, so shall you reap. This universal truth holds without exception. If you plant thoughts of doubt, fear, or limitation, you will reap those very realities. But if you plant thoughts of courage, faith, and purpose, you will reap abundance, resilience, and clarity. This law is the foundation of every achievement, the bedrock upon which winners build their lives. To fully embrace it is to accept that your thoughts are not merely fleeting mental events, but seeds of destiny. If you agree with this truth, I want you to type in the comments, "I am the master of my thoughts. I choose to sow success and peace." Make this your vow tonight, your guiding light as you rest. In the days ahead, commit to making this practice your sanctuary, a daily refuge where you consciously shape the quality of your thoughts before sleep. Pair it with gratitude for the progress you have made, forgiveness for your missteps, and faith in your unfolding journey. These elements together form a powerful trifecta that nurtures your mind, heals your heart, and strengthens your spirit. You will find that as you deepen this habit, your dreams will clarify, your confidence will grow, and your resilience will become unshakable. The obstacles that once seemed insurmountable will become challenges you meet with calm assurance. Your life will begin to flow in harmony with your highest intentions. Remember also that your mind is your most faithful companion, working tirelessly even when your body rests. It can be your greatest ally or your fiercest adversary, depending on the thoughts you cultivate. By consciously choosing your final thought before sleep, you enlist this mighty force in your service. You awaken each morning with renewed energy, sharper focus, and a clearer vision. You move through your day with purpose and poise, undeterred by setbacks or distractions. This is the essence of thinking like a winner every day, not as a fleeting mood, but as a steadfast way of being. It is the steady flame that lights your path through the darkest nights. So tonight, as you prepare to rest, make this your final thought. I am filled with peace, purpose, and power. I release fear and embrace success. Let this be your silent prayer and your personal mantra. Speak it quietly in your heart and feel its truth resonate within you. Know that this simple act of intention is the beginning of profound transformation. You are planting the seed of tomorrow's victory, and with each passing night, that seed will grow stronger and more sure. The future belongs to those who prepare for it in the quiet moments before dawn. I leave you now with a challenge and an invitation. Take this practice seriously. Make it your own. Share it with those you love. Return to it nightly with dedication and faith. Watch as your life unfolds in ways you once thought impossible. Your mind is ready to serve you. The power is within you. Take hold of it. Choose your final thought wisely and let it be the catalyst for everything you desire. Together we stand on the threshold of limitless possibility, guided by the truth that we become what we think about. Now, if this message has spoken to your soul, please take a moment to like, share, and comment below. Your engagement supports this community and empowers others to awaken their own power. Until next time, think with purpose, rest with intention, and rise with unstoppable resolve.